Good morning. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning. Thank you for tuning in to Let's Talk Woman to Woman here on IntellectualRadio.com. It's been a couple of weeks since we've been back here in the studio on our show.
Yes, because actually I was here Thursday. I was a guest on the Chicago Millionaires talk show, Alice and I, and so I was here Thursday.
Yeah, but I mean, as here being on our show, it's been like a couple of weeks.
It has been a couple of weeks.
The last time you guys saw us, we were there at the Business Expo down there in Hyde Park.
Yes, that was great. Ago. That was a lot of fun.
We had a lot of fun. We met a lot of different entrepreneurs. We got a lot of insight. We talked about all kind of things from finance to what's going on in the community to homosexuality and just sex and just how to protect yourself with the lady that we spoke with. That was, and she was she's actually a host on former host on IntellectualRadio.com as well. So we had a really good time.
Yeah.
And then last weekend we had our Sip Shop and Relax pop-up shop at Standout Style Boutique on 33rd and Morgan. We had an awesome time. It was a beautiful turnout. We had wine, we had mimosas, people were getting pedicures, facials, shopping, Wizard Body Essentials, and Standout Style Boutique. So we had a good time.
Yes. Stop by. She has really nice things.
Very
nice things, by the way.
She has a beautiful boutique. Everyone that came.
So nice. It is really nice.
Everyone that came, they said, "Oh my God, this is really nice." And like she has a really nice shop. Her name is Tamika Price, and she's a beautiful, just a beautiful woman, and she's very down to earth. So we really enjoyed ourselves. So thank you so much, Tamika, for having us at your place of business and allowing us to do business. So thank you so much.
It was wonderful. Thank you.
So we haven't been here in a while, but we're gonna just jump right on in because we got lots of things to cover and talk about today. With the seasons are changing. Yesterday was the first day of fall, even though it felt like we were in the middle of July here in Chicago.
I am so not ready for this.
You know what? I am. I love the fall. I love the fashion and the trends that come with the season. I like the cute jackets and the leather jackets and the sweaters. I love summer, but sometimes I don't like sweating. When you get all hot and it's like 90-something degrees, you don't even know what to put on.
For me, the thing is my feet out. I love to have my feet out. I don't like wearing shoes or anything of that nature that my feet are all closed in. I like my feet out. I love, bare legs. I don't want to have to wear tights or stockings, even though styles and first stockings, but I just don't like it. I like hot weather. I know I'm in the wrong city for that. Everyone always says, well, you're in the wrong city. I know that. I understand that, but nevertheless, I don't like it.
I don't like wintertime. I hate the wintertime. Christmas, New Year's Eve, that's all fine. But if it could just be 50, 60 degrees, like a guaranteed 50, 60 degrees around that time, then it's fine.
With no snow.
I hate the snow.
No snow.
People don't know how to drive in the snow. And I just do not like it.
I don't like being cold. I don't like the snow, the wind, the ice, none of that, because the city of Chicago, they do not salt their streets. Just don't. And I've seen I've seen so many people, elderly people, walking down the streets of downtown Chicago, and they have fallen.
Yeah,
I've seen that.
That is
and so
true.
now they will salt in front of City Hall, salt the streets, and then of course you have some of these businesses that they put this marble their businesses. That is so slippery.
Yeah, it's not practical at all for someone
to do that.
Yeah.
So, okay.
Enough
of my venting.
You almost need those real big, heavy duty boots just to make sure you get to work.
I have tried every brand that's out. I mean, seriously, I've tried, and I'm not going to name them because I don't want to.
Tried every brand.
Darn near. I've tried every brand. That's the story I was telling you. I've tried
every brand. Every single brand.
Every brand.
Every last brand.
Every one. And I'm telling you, the truth of the matter is, it is a treacherous thing walking down the streets of Chicago, in the winter. I hate it. I just hate it.
Well, with us being in the new season now, a lot of people, like you yourself, you change, your wardrobe within your closet. See me, I have a nice set of clothing, but I don't have to literally change my entire closet to prepare for the next season, unlike you yourself.
That's not totally true.
That is so true.
Oh my goodness.
We're not going to get into that.
No, we're not.
But it is so true. That's another beauty segment we'll talk about. But anyways, so with the new season being here, out with the old and in with the new. That's the whole mentality that people tend to have anytime they're going into a new year, a new season, or whatever. But I have 10 beauty habits that you should not bring into the new season. Just drop them and just don't look back.
Okay.
Beauty habit number 1: biting your cuticles. I don't have this issue.
I don't do that.
I don't have this issue. But a lot of people apparently do. They're guilty of biting their cuticles when they're bored or anxious. But this is actually a nasty habit that can actually lead to infections. Your cuticles actually protect the base of your nail from getting an infection. So by picking at them, you actually increase that risk of getting an infection.
Yeah, I don't do that.
Exactly. So instead, just wash your hands frequently and refrain from picking your cuticles to steer clear of nasty infections. They have all kind of clippers and everything at the beauty supply store. You can go to get your nails done where you can clip your cuticles. You do not need to bite your cuticles. That's just nasty.
No. And you know what? To piggyback off of that, if it's particularly in the winter and the colder days to come, habit of putting cuticle oil around your cuticles, that really does make a difference. And just put it around all of your cuticles, kind of rub them in, go to bed, you'll wake up, you'll see the difference. You really would.
Absolutely. Well, this is my habit number 2 is something that I say that I tend to do. When you pluck ingrown hairs.
I don't have ingrown hair.
Let's just keep it real, okay? Every woman has that, so just stop.
I don't.
Just stop. Okay. When you see an ingrown hair, it's natural that you want to remove it immediately by picking it with tweezers. I know that I do. Morning. Anyway,
I don't have that problem. But,
stop.
Okay.
But digging into the skin to grab that hair can lead to scarring. And again, it can also lead to infection. So the next time that you see an ingrown hair, ditch those tweezers and just exfoliate your skin, clean your skin, and then you'll see that hair will start to grow out. Bad habit number 3: using old makeup. We've talked about this over and over again. That even though that you haven't used that lipstick since last year, that does not mean that you should still continue to use it or to wear it or keep it on your counter. Old lipstick, old eyeshadow, old makeup, period. It needs to be thrown away. Everything has an expiration date. Milk has an expiration date. Your lipstick has an expiration date.
Some relationships.
That is true, but that's a whole nother situation. So you a relationship with your old makeup, with that old lipstick, you need to cut ties because it can lead to infections and bacteria. That bacteria is just sitting on that eyeshadow that you haven't used in a while, or that you do use, but you've used it for the last 2 years. It needs to be thrown away. Most makeup, they last between 3 to 6 months. But then you also have mascaras that can last between 12 to 18 months. And then some powders can last for 2 years. Whatever the expiration date is on the makeup, dispose of it once it's that time. Bad habit number 4: skipping sunscreen. We've talked about this briefly before, the importance of wearing sunscreen. Since we were all young, we know during the summertime we correlate, or going to the beach or going swimming, we correlate that with using sunscreen, which that is very much true. But, you are still exposed to the sun just by walking outside. So it's very important that you are, you are using sunscreen on your skin, because if not, you can risk of having wrinkles, age spots, dry skin, and also skin cancer.
You know what? Let me tell you what I used to do when I was younger. In the summertime, I used to just put on baby oil and go out in the sun and lay, and I would bake like a potato. Of course, that's all before the awareness of, skin cancer and all of that. So, yeah, that's...
No, baby oil is not sunscreen.
No,
okay, there's no
right?
SPF in there
I'm doing what I used to do.
So yes, please make sure, even in the wintertime when it's starting to get cool out, even if you just have your neck exposed, sunscreen is definitely important that you want to use. So if you're not using it, that's a habit that you definitely need to drop immediately. Bad habit number 5, playing with your hair. Now, I know a lot of people who wear extensions or who have long hair. I play with my hair. I'm always going like this and, this, that, and the other.
I find that so irritating.
Whether with it's my real hair or with weave, I do it. I just do it. And for whatever reason, women, when they get in front of a camera, they just want to go and start doing that. I don't know why, but I don't know why. It's just a habit. Well, that is a habit that it needs to be broken as well. For one, your hair can lead to being oily and damaged. We can also, with you going like this, your hair can fall out that way. So it's just not good doing it, twirling it and pulling it, this, that, and the other over time. Like I said, it can lead to hair loss. So try to keep your hands occupied, twiddle your thumbs or whatever, but don't play with your hair, ladies. I'm talking to myself when I say that as well. Bad habit number 6, going to sleep with makeup on. We've talked about this time and time again. We had an esthetician come on the show. She said that you age 15 days or years?
Days.
15 days. 15 days. If you do not take off your makeup at night. I know when you guys are going out and you get home, you get sleepy, or even if you're just tired from just a long day that you've had, you may not feel like cleaning your makeup off. We've had times like that.
Out of all of the things that you've said so far, that's the only one that I'm actually guilty of.
Anyways.
No, really, I'm serious.
Okay.
I think I know me better than you do.
Okay. So, yes, cleaning your makeup, ladies, off your face is just very, very important. You can, get clogged pores. Guess where you get oily skin, get breakouts. It's just very important. What I do, even if sometimes I set an alarm, I'm not going to lie. If I just doze off, fall asleep, I'll set an alarm at like 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock in the morning to wake up and go wash my face, because I find it when I do not wash my face, I get pimples and it's just not cute. Mm-hmm. Going on, forgetting to put moisturizer on before foundation. We talked about this before. You don't want to just put makeup on your face. That clogs your pores, and it's just not good. Makeup is not good for your skin. So you want to protect your skin. So put put primer on before you put foundation or moisturizer, and it just gives you a smooth finish. Or is this that and the other? Also, not cleaning your makeup brushes. We talked about this before. Mm-hmm. Again, bacteria, it just does not protect your skin in regards to blemishes, this, that, and the other. So that's very important. I don't have to elaborate on that because we've talked about that before. That's just nasty. And they have all kind of brushes out there, all kind of techniques and cleaners and stuff that you can use. Pumping mascara to get more on the brush. Now, you use mascara, so you can kind of elaborate the importance of why you shouldn't.
Yeah, air gets in the tube, and of course, it's just a ground for bacteria. So what I do for mascara is you don't pump it, but what you do is take your brush and you swish it inside the tube itself, and then you pull it out and get any excess of, and then apply it accordingly.
There you go. And then last but not least, picking your skin.
That is disgusting. I'm sorry. Yuck.
Picking your skin. I've seen people pick their skin like in the car, at work, or So I mean, when we get whiteheads, it is tempting to want to. You don't want that on your face, because it does. That looks nasty as well. But what you should do is just get a hot towel on its own, wash your face, and just let it, put some type of treatment on it and let it dry out or burst on its own. But do not pick at your skin, because it can lead to scarring. You can get those black dots on your face, and it's just not a good look. So if you feel like you can relate to any of these habits or all, drop them now and don't take them into the new season, because it's just not a good look.
Okay, well, thank you so very much, Brittany. Well, my review today is on our very own product, which is the Coconut Lime Body Scrub. And I'm going to turn that around so everyone can see that. I don't know if you can or not.
The label's a little bright.
Yeah, the label's a little bright. But it is our a coconut lime body scrub. And I'm not just saying this because it is our product by Zuri Body Essentials. However, it has a very nice fragrant to it. If you like the combination of coconut and lime, you would absolutely love this.
It's not overpowering.
No, it's not overpowering, but it's a very nice, clean aroma. And the sugar scrub is really exfoliating for your skin and rids your skin of dead cells and replenishes moisture to your skin. So go on our website and shop our coconut lime by Zuri Essentials.
Yes, and it also has sweet almond oil, sweet almond oil in it, vitamin E. So it's awesome for your skin, yes, and it's all natural, so you can use it as a lip scrub.
Yes. Yes.
And so this, because of the fragrance, it's not overpowering. Men and women like it, so it's not just for women. Yeah. You know, everyone needs to exfoliate their skin.
Absolutely.
Your husband, my stepfather, he likes our products very well. He almost wiped out a whole bottle for himself.
No, not almost. He just did.
I mean, you
know, keep it real.
But it is.
And
awesome.
My brother-in-law loves this coconut.
Yes. It is awesome for your skin, and you know it's natural. So just like you have to exfoliate your face, you need to exfoliate your skin, especially going into the cold months.
Yes. Yes.
Especially going into the cold months.
Let's say a shout out to Sonia Shannon. Today is her birthday.
Oh, happy birthday!
Happy birthday, girl. Sonia. And Bissy out of New Jersey. She's watching us today.
Hello. Thank you for watching.
She reached out to me via Facebook, and she and we had a video chat. Really, really nice young lady. She's doing some awesome things in Jersey. So thank you for reaching out to me, and I really enjoyed our conversation.
Well, I don't know if anyone eats at Taco Bell. I know I don't.
No, I don't.
I'd had a bad experience from Taco Bell a couple years ago, and ever since then, I just said I just won't ever eat there again, and I have not. I don't want anything from there. But anyways, not knocking Taco Bell.
You said I don't want anything from there.
But for those who eat tacos, period, the combination of tacos and margaritas is just like, it just go hand in hand. It just makes sense. I'm sure that you can relate because you love a margarita. It don't even have to be with tacos. It could just be with anything. But that's neither here or there.
So now you said I need to go to those classes.
I didn't say that. You said that.
No, I didn't say that at all.
That's neither here or there. But Taco Bell, it's all about, marketing and staying relevant. Taco Bell is going to bring margaritas and tacos, that whole theme, to their brand. They have noticed that millennials like to go to urban spots to dine, and so they want to, pretty much take advantage of that. So Taco Bell Chief Operating Officer Mike Grams says that they are noticing, like I said, that the millennials are moving into more urban areas, and they want to be able to provide the kind of experience these people are looking to get when they dine out, which means they want alcohol and they want it now. Mm-hmm. Isn't that right?
I don't know what you're talking about.
I mean, I love a margarita. I love it. I love whether it's with tacos, not tacos. Doesn't matter. I love margaritas.
I don't know what you're talking about.
So the chain has decided to open between 300 and 350 of what they described as a cantina style or urban inline drive-through list location. So it won't be like the average Taco Bell. It'll be kind of more of like a dine-in restaurant.
Oh, okay. Because I was okay. I'm glad you said that then. Okay. I had some questions about that, but okay.
So at least 50.
Because I'm thinking, you go through the drive-through
and you get a margarita.
I'll take a margarita. What? So now you're promoting drinking and driving? No, but I get you now. Okay.
So 50 of those stores are going to be reportedly in Manhattan. So they're trying to stay relevant. A lot of their competitors, like Pepe's or Chipotle or any other place, or even just real authentic Mexican restaurants, they have alcohol. And so because Chipotle, they serve Patron in their margaritas.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Mm-hmm. Now you can't leave; you have to finish it right then and there. But they do serve it. So
there's someone there policing that.
they do the best they can.
Okay.
So, so that's what they're going to have. So the majority of the new urban inline locations will serve beer, wine, sangria, and twisted freezies, which are slushies that have tequila, rum, and vodka in it. So, okay. All right, Taco Bell, I still won't eat there, but go ahead. I feel it.
Okay, all right.
Congratulations on the upgrade.
Okay. Well, Jamie Foxx will reportedly play Mike Tyson in an upcoming biopic.
I think he'll be good for that. He kind of, with the right makeup and with the clothes and everything, he kind of favors him a little bit. They got the same
Not
head.
At all. You know, what will be interesting, I guess, is to see how they're going to put that little scar. It's a tattoo.
Yeah.
So I guess, I mean, if
I wonder they have to show when he bit.
Well, yes, and so Mike Tyson says that people will find this biopic a little bit uncomfortable. They're not going to like some of the things that I've done in my life. He said, as you know, the boxer, he said, I've served 6 years for a rape conviction back in 1992.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I did not know that.
Well, you were born in 93.
Right.
So I guess you wouldn't. But yeah.
Wow.
Now, that's a whole nother subject. However, what I can recall from it is that he was in Indiana. I don't want to say it was Gary or anything like that. I think it was Indianapolis, Indiana, or something like that. It happened some time ago. And he met this young lady. They went to his hotel room, had sex, and then she claimed that he wouldn't allow her to leave, or he forced himself on her or something of that nature. Nevertheless, she said that he raped her, and they went to trial. He was found guilty, and yes, he served time. Did. And of course, they have to show the fact that the ear situation with Evander Holyfield. So this is going to be interesting. Filming has not yet begun, but it has been reported that Jamie is in the gym with a boxing trainer to be able to really mimic Mike's signature moves and so on and so forth. So I find that really interesting and commendable, actually, because not only is he slated to play Mike Tyson, but he did the Ray Charles.
And she played very well,
and he did that very, very well. So that just shows his diversity and his talent as an actor.
It does. And reportedly tried to fire and replace Jemele Hill, who was an African-American woman. So a few days ago, Jemele Hill tweeted that Donald Trump was a white supremacist. Her tweet didn't sit well with Donnie or anybody at the White House, or the press secretary, or the girl Sarah Huckabee Sanders, or so. Who said that Jemele should have been terminated for making that tweet? Like, are you seriously saying this? As all the stuff that you've said?
All the things that you've said?
Okay, but here it goes. What's interesting about this that ESPN tried to take Jemele off the air on Wednesday, but her co-host, Michael Smith, was not having it. He refused to do the show without her, according to the New York Post. Also, the network reportedly tried to defuse the situation by replacing her with another Black sports anchor, Elle Duncan, but she stood by her fellow colleague and turned the offer down as well. So they kept trying to replace her, and they even tried to replace both Michael and Jemele because of what was said.
Wow.
And so then, because people were standing by them in support of her, they end up just putting her on the show. Now, ESPN is now saying that that never happened.
Okay.
But
so she out here lying.
Exactly.
Okay, on ESPN.
Exactly.
Right. Right.
He has tweeted, ESPN is paying a really big price for its politics. People are dumping in its record numbers. Apologize for the untruth. So you want someone to lose their job for saying just how they feel when you go and just say whatever, whenever. And you think that there's nothing wrong with that.
Know what?
And just like with people on Fox or any people who feel a certain way about African Americans or any other race, they say how they feel. And you don't think they should lose their job?
Well, and in addition to that, his wife, what is her name?
Melania.
Okay. She recently gave a speech, because she's an advocate for bullying. speech, and she talked about the negativity of bullying and the repercussions of, how it affects people and so on and so forth. And the internet just went crazy because, you're married to the master bullier.
Exactly.
If that's a word, bullier. Is that a word?
I don't think so, but
okay.
We knew what you were talking about.
You said you didn't think so. Okay. All right. Well, nevertheless, she's married to, the absolute, the biggest bully. I don't know what other words.
I mean, just real quick, while we're even on this subject of Trump, this whole beef between him and John Kung-woo, isn't that his name?
Yes. Jim.
Whatever it is. Right. I can't pronounce it, but trying to start this war about who's the baddest, who gonna back up what they say, and who's the most powerful, and they're literally like arguing in a way, and it's just like, you're going to sacrifice people's lives because y'all don't like each other.
And I was just actually getting ready to say that, because here you will have Trump, number 45. He's going to be safe in the White House or wherever, hunkered down, and he's safe. And then you have whatever this guy is in Korea. He's safe, but everybody else is subject to your foolishness.
Exactly.
I was just getting ready to say that.
But John Kung-woo, whatever.
I think his name is John. I don't know what his name is, but you all know who I'm talking about.
Kung-woo. That's his last name. It's
not Kong.
Or is it Woo, his last name?
You know who I'm talking about. The crazy one in Korea. Everybody know who that is.
He has brainwashed his people of his country to saying that the Americans want to invade and kill them.
Let me tell you something.
And we could
honest with you, because he had his uncle, his father's brother, because the man was in his 80s or maybe even a little older. They were in a meeting and the old man took a snooze and he had the man assassinated. That man is crazy.
So if he will have his own uncle killed,
yes, he did.
The people of the citizens of the United States have no chance.
And so if you see,
so all I could do is just pray for our safety and pray that
I always do. If you see any of like the men that are around him, they're happy, I would too.
I'll take my eyelids open like
this,
right? So I can't.
I wouldn't take a nap. I wouldn't even blink because I didn't want him to.
I'm telling you, I'll take my eyelids just like this so I can't go to sleep.
I wouldn't want him to think I was snoozing or anything. That man is crazy until I can get out of there. That man is crazy. So Kevin Hart, we got to talk about Kevin Hart.
There's a lot been going on with Kevin Hart. People.
Kevin Hart just needs to stop. Well, we're not even going to talk about that. So as everyone know, or maybe you do not, I don't know, Kevin Hart recently posted a video apologizing to his wife and kids for bad judgment and mistakes. To Kevin, a young lady is demanding some money after shooting a video with Kevin in which they engage in sexual suggestive conduct. Reportedly, the video is not a sex tape. The young lady has since retained an attorney, Gloria Allred. She's this famous female attorney who seems to represent all of the ladies that find themselves in compromising situations. And the young lady has since made a statement that she is not a stripper or extorting Kevin Hart for money. Let me say this. Kevin Hart recently married. His wife is expecting. He has children from a previous marriage. And when you take those vows to say, I do, either you will or you won't. And it doesn't matter that you're on a certain platform and you have access to multiple women and opportunities of whatever. You still have to have morals. And if you've decided that you're going to marry someone, whether you're a female or a male, you've married this person, you are, better for worse, rich or poor, we're in it for the long haul. And just because someone else walks past that catches your attention does not necessarily mean, or doesn't mean at all, that you need to run after that. I'm just saying, I'm really tired of these people talking about, I made a mistake. You didn't make a mistake. You made a judgment. It's not a mistake.
A judgment.
Yeah, okay, but he said,
he said that.
Bad judgment and mistake. Yeah, it's a mistake. Yes, you did make a.
He tried to apologize and get in front of the situation prior to it hitting the media, but people have not been people on Twitter are not giving him a break at all. at all. So there was a picture because I guess they have Kevin and his wife, they're having a baby shower or had a baby shower, and the theme is going to be a Lion King theme. So someone retweeted that and said, "Are there going to be any cheetahs there?" So like people have been just tweeting him about stuff like that all the whole entire time, and so he is sick of it. But I mean, like you said, you know, you are in control of your actions.
Absolutely.
And, you know,
so I'm not buying it.
And especially with you being on a certain platform that you are, you need to be careful. We talked about this with just all kind of celebrities. You need to be careful of the different situations that you put yourself in, because you don't know when it will come back.
No.
And things that's done in the dark will always come to light. And these women who are engaging with these activities with you, and that goes for across the board with R. Kelly, Usher, Bill Cosby, you know, Kevin Hart, everybody. These different women, they're looking for a come up.
Yeah.
So regardless if you did anything or not, you know, because you've placed yourself in that situation, you put yourself in a vulnerable spot where it's like they have you at their, you know, at your mercy, or at their mercy. So I mean, you know, these people have, I don't understand when they're gonna get it. They have to be careful when they're putting themselves in these different situations.
I agree.
The Emmys just this past weekend, you know, everyone on the red carpet was just beautiful, but social media did not let the Emmys get by without mentioning the fact that they left out Charlie Murphy and Dick Gregory. They recently passed, and you know, this was the 69th annual Primetime Emmys. Is at the Microsoft Theater in Los Angeles, and you know, they did not mention their name amongst some of the people that they did mention. They did not mention their name, which was, people have thought of it as being very disrespectful.
Especially Dick Gregory. Come on, are you serious?
Exactly. So a lot of people took to Twitter to make sure that they were acknowledged. I mean, Charlie Murphy, they're both legends within entertainment. You know, they well, not he, I wouldn't say he's a legend in entertainment, but they've been around for a long time. You know, so like, tweeted, thinking of my brothers Dick Gregory and Charlie Murphy. I'll never forget you, miss you both, and they hashtag the Emmy. So a lot of different people paid tribute to them on their social media pages because the Emmys did not. And so they're saying, you know, about racism, this, that, and the other. And so, I mean, you know, I feel like anyone in that realm, if they passed away, a tribute should be given.
Right. So before I go into talking about our Woman of the Week, I wanted to mention this story. This is out of Colorado Springs, Colorado. So this lady has been named the Mad Pooper. So basically, no, honey, it would not go down like this. I'm telling you, if this happened in certain neighborhoods, it just wouldn't happen. So this female jogger has routinely taken a poop in her neighbor's yard.
Wait, hold on. Just, she's taking a poop in the bathroom.
In the yard.
Not a dog, but a human. Went to the bathroom in the lady yard.
So this lady, her children says, "Mommy, there's a lady in our yard taking a poop." She comes out, she, you know, confronts the lady. She says, "Are you really doing this?" The lady says, "Oh yeah, I'm sorry." Yeah. But she comes back 7 consecutive weeks. She's taken a poop in this lady's yard. The lady was like, "Yeah, you know, it's kind of funny when you really think about it." No, it is not. It's disgusting.
That's nasty.
And I promise you, if she had been in my neighborhood, in my yard, or anyone else's yard, you know, anywhere else, it wouldn't have gone down like that. So
the lady would have.
They have yet to
hands put on
so
her.
They're saying that you know, the police, of course, the police had asked the lady to take pictures of this woman. She's taking pictures, and it's been all over, you know, the news and everything. And so the police are saying, well, you know, maybe she has a mental condition. She's not crazy, because what she's done, she changed up her time so the lady wouldn't catch her. So if she has enough sense to do that, then she's not crazy.
Well, why she just can't poop in her yard? If that's what you want to do, if you be nasty, go to your backyard and you do that yourself. But you don't be in my yard.
I have so many other comments
that's the easy way to get shot. Okay, Because no, I don't play that.
I would wait.
And then she could charge her for trespassing.
Well, not only that, but of course, indecent exposure and several other things.
There's a lot of things she can be charged with.
Defecating
I would
in
definitely
public.
press charge. That's nasty.
It's just past disgusting.
That's just nasty.
It is.
That is disgusting.
It is past.
See, disgusting. I'm sorry, but people. I'm just gonna say people. They always want to comment about how certain other people act and how they conduct themselves, as that and the other. But y'all just as nasty.
Yeah.
I'll keep it that like that.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, just as nasty. That's just nasty. And y'all have a lot of nerve to be like that. And they have the nerve to say something about somebody else.
Okay.
Ooh, okay.
Are you good?
Yeah.
You got it out?
I'm good.
You just went in on it.
Salome Stevens, I am just so proud of her. For one, she is young. This girl is only 24 years old, and she is on the recent cover of Sports Illustrated. She is a U.S. Open champion.
Oh, yes. Yes.
I
know you're talking about that.
And
yes, very nice.
Yes. So she's not only she's 21. She's 24 years old. She is an African American tennis player. Mm-hmm. She has won 5 WTA single titles, including her first major 2017 U.S. Open, like I stated, and she is the first American woman outside the Williams sisters to win a slam since Jennifer I don't know how to pronounce her last name, back in 2002. So I just was so proud of her. She was on a Jimmy Kimmel show. She is just so pretty. She is full of life.
Yeah, she is.
They saw her at a press conference, and some reporter asked her after this big champion, would you continue to play tennis? So she said it was just so real of her. She said, have you seen those tennis checks? Of course I'm gonna keep playing tennis.
Right. That was so funny.
I said, you know what? I ain't mad. I would have been doing the same. I would have said the same
that's right.
thing.
I
so
like
she
that.
is currently on the Sports Illustrated issue, which hit the stores in September 18th. So I just wanted to say, you go, girl. She is young. She is doing it. And if I was her parents, I would just be so proud. She is so pretty.
She is very pretty.
She is very pretty. So, because I'm not into tennis, I'm not into sports like that, period. So the only really African American women that I know that played tennis was Venus and Serena. So for me to see her, it was just so refreshing. Like, wow, there's someone else, because Venus and Serena, now they're having kids. They're kind of at the latter part of their career.
You don't know anything about Billie Jean King.
She was a tennis player?
Yes, absolutely.
Oh, see, I didn't know. But I thought that, for her to be only 24 years old and she's on the cover of magazines and getting all type of endorsements and on Jimmy Kimmel and everything, Yeah. And I like that she seems like that she's her. Like she's
very authentic.
Very authentic in front of all the cameras and everything. So
I like that. She's a beautiful young lady. So on Let's Talk Woman to Woman, every week we nominate a woman of the week. This woman doesn't have to be a celebrity. It's just an average woman that's doing wonderful things in our community. So this week we nominate Miss Jaquita Velez. I'll just call her Ms. Velez because I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing her first name properly. So at any rate, she had a conversation with one of her fellow choir members, and she found out that they had been displaced by the hurricane, and they lost everything. Well,
which is just so sad.
Had lost everything, their home and all of that. So what she decided to do, she had just put her home, on the market that day. She took her home off the market, gave it to this family.
Wow.
She not only gave it to them. She's going to, rent it out or whatever, but she told them, listen, don't even worry about it right now. Just get settled. She purchased a bedroom set.
Wow.
She left furniture and she also left food in the refrigerator.
Wow.
I think that is an amazing thing. It's an awesome thing. How wonderful and giving of her to even think to do that, So for this week, our woman of the week, who is more than deserving, is Miss Jaquita Velez.
You know what? That is just, like I said before, but despite all of the different negativity and just violence and just things just going around the world and within our country, with these different hurricanes that's been just hitting North America like crazy.
Yeah, you guys need to pay attention.
You know, it really has brought people together. People, even with the earthquakes in Mississippi, even the earthquakes in Mexico, people are from the United States are traveling to Mexico to, you know, to assist in any way. People have been assisting people who are victims of Harvey, Irma, and then now Maria. I mean, it's just been so much going on.
Yeah.
But despite everything, people have been helping, and they're still helping. And they're fundraising and donating, and just to see someone to just for someone she does not know, to just give them, you know, just give them the house.
That is just amazing.
That is awesome. And then a huge blessing, food, bedding, you know, I mean, it's some wonderful, nice, beautiful people in this world. And I'm glad that we have this platform to be able to recognize different people who are not celebrities, who are not in the limelight, doing this, but some celebrities are doing it just, you know, for publicity to make sure their album sales or whatever. But there are some real people within this nation who truly care about the next person. And so it's more good people than it is bad. And so I was just so happy to hear that someone to do that.
Yeah, that's amazing. It is absolutely amazing. So you are a woman of the week.
All righty.
So we have got to talk about, how much time do we have?
We got, just wrapping up.
Okay. So we have got to talk about Kanika Martin Jenkins, or, you know, everyone has heard about this story.
I don't know.
This young lady, right? Everyone knows about this, you know, now. This young lady was found dead in a walk-in freezer in Rosemont, Illinois, which is a suburban area right outside of Chicago.
At the Crown Plaza.
At the Crown Plaza. So much that could be said about this situation. Of course, you know, I want to say that it is so important that you really think about who you consider a friend. Everyone does not deserve that label as friend. Secondly, I want to speak on the fact that you should never, ever find yourself in a situation where you are not in control of your actions. Everyone loves, you know, we have all at some point consumed maybe a little bit more alcohol than we should.
Or any other, you know, substance.
But you should never allow yourself where you are just stumbling and you are at the mercy of whomever you're with, or you just happen to come upon. That's just so careless. It's so careless. It's so careless. And my heart really goes out every time I see that video. He's stumbling, barely able to walk, and she's, you know, bumping into the wall and everything. First of all, that was more than just alcohol. More than just alcohol. I don't know what this young lady had consumed on that evening. I just wish that she had second thoughts and just decided that she wasn't going to go to the hotel party or something of that nature. Maybe she still would be alive. Maybe she still would be with her mother and her family. But ladies, young ladies, we have got to make better decisions. And, you know, I say this all the time, but you really need to make better decisions on who you call friend. Everybody is not your friend.
No, they're not.
Everybody doesn't have your best interest at heart. There are people that will smile in your face and pretend to be, you know, and they are secretly hating you, hating maybe what you have on or how you look or whatever.
Because she was a beautiful girl.
Beautiful young lady.
She was a beautiful
you need
young girl.
Really do a self-evaluation with who you call friend. And then secondly, let me leave this, do not find yourself that you're so drunk, you're so high that you are not in control of your actions. That's all I have to say about it.
You know what? I've had so many different theories initially about what could have happened to the girl. We've all listened to the tape 50 million times. I mean, to the Facebook Live, and everyone has had their theory. I totally 100% agree with everything that you've said. You know, different tapes have surfaced. I still think that there was some foul play. I do not think that she walked into that freezer by herself. I just don't think that that's what happened. I don't know if there was just a random man there that did something to her. I don't know if the friends or the guys that was there that did anything. I don't know if someone at the hotel did, but it just does not make sense. It does not add up.
It doesn't.
And it just doesn't, just every detail just does not make sense. One, you see one thing, you think you got it, and then something else contradicts that. So you know for certain is that to that girl, and I just do not think that she just walked in. But like you said, regardless if someone put something in your drink or whatever, it's just you like you said, you have to be in control of your actions. And some girls went upstairs, go get a cell phone or whatever. It don't take three people, because it's four of them. It don't take three people to go get one phone. Two people could have stayed and two people could have went. I mean, that's just with anything. When I went to, I had a few friends of mine and we all went out of town to the Bahamas. Before we even went, it was something that was just already understood, that we don't leave to go to the bathroom with air. It was five of us, and no one went anywhere by themselves, and no one is going to just leave and just, no one is going to let someone get that drunk, or, we make sure we had each other's back. And whether you're in a foreign country, people get snatched up all the time. If you're not even if you're in the area that you're familiar with, they were right here in the city of Chicago. Right. You just need to be careful of your surroundings. And like you said, just everyone is not your friend, and everyone is just because it may be fun to hang out with them, they don't have your best interest.
And you know what? And I've said this to you, and I've had it said to me in growing up, your parents, or I've said it to you, Brittany, this person, they're not your friend. And in our youth and in our innocence, we don't want to believe what someone is telling us, or our friend. And so all I'm saying is that just watch. You don't have to cut them off immediately. Yeah. Just watch. And so people that I pointed out to you, and of course I'm not going to name any names, but people that I've said, Brittany, that's not your friend. It's proven to be not your friend. So and of course, same thing has been said, from my parents to me. But
and even as an adulthood, you're still going to have people.
You better know. Alice just said everyone is not your friend. Thank you, Alice, for watching. But you're absolutely right. All said and done, you probably can count on one hand. Seriously.
Sometimes on one finger.
One finger. But scenario, one hand, that people that you could say is my friend.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And so it is so tragic. It is so tragic.
It is. It really is. And she's such a beautiful girl.
Oh my goodness.
I went through her Facebook like everyone else did. She was full of life. She had obviously a lot of friends, people that cared for her. And it's just so sad that a mother and her mom, she just had she had breast cancer. She just had surgery like the same night that it happened, or that same day. So I mean, my heart just goes out to that entire family.
I think within that week.
I think my heart just goes out into that entire family, and they're still out there marching. I think you said that the FBI, they've
decided that they're not going to do an investigation on this case. And I'm not blaming her directly, but that video did not really give her a lot of credibility, where they, anybody would want to investigate, because you know what I mean? Because it's looking like, well, you shouldn't have did this, you shouldn't have did that, and now you find yourself in that situation. Not saying that's right or wrong, but I'm just saying
the hotel is definitely going to play on that, and just they're going to diffuse the situation anywhere they can where it doesn't hurt them as a business. And so, but either way it goes, she should have never been able to have access. Whether she went down there or someone took her down there, she should have never been able to have access. If someone was monitoring the cameras, this, that, and the other, maybe she would be here. We wouldn't be talking about this today.
Well, that floor should have been, shouldn't have even been able to access the lower level.
Which is why I say I don't know what happened, because I don't know if, we don't know.
And the sad part about it, you know what? We may not ever know.
Yeah. Only thing I can ask is for the mom to to some degree have some peace in this. And like I said, just pray for the strength of their family and close friends, because no one, regardless of what she was doing, what she was not doing, or what she had on, what she didn't have on, the girl did not deserve it.
19
and so
years old.
that's
She
just
did not deserve
the bottom line. No one deserves that at all.
No.
She went to have a good time with her friends, and then, she was not able to return home. And so no one deserves that. Her mother doesn't deserve it. And so I do pray that there will be some justice for her.
I just wonder when they're going to have her services.
I have no clue.
Thing about that, and I'm sure it would have been on the news or something.
Yeah,
but
I don't know. It's just so much that's in that. At one while you kind of got to remove yourself away from it. If you were anyone like me, because it hit home, because it was in the city where we're from. So you don't really hear stuff like that goes on in Chicago. That's something you see on a movie. And I mean, don't get me wrong, we are well aware of the violence and everything, but not that you don't be finding people in freezers and stuff like that, especially in a hotel.
Yeah.
But I just it's just so much going on, and it's just I had to remove myself from it, because I found myself like spending an hour or even maybe an hour and a half just like looking up different stuff that has to do with the case. And I feel like everybody kind of felt like that to a point where they had, maybe I don't know if I want to use the word responsibility, but they felt like that they needed to figure out what happened with this girl.
Yeah.
And so, I kind of had to remove myself away from it, because I started having dreams about it, and I was feeling freaked out. Like, it really affected me emotionally and mentally.
The first time I saw that video of her stumbling, that image I could not get out of my head for, a couple of days. It was just so disturbing as a parent. And I would have been embarrassed, broke, to have seen my child in that state.
Whether she was did that willingly,
right,
she was, or that was forced into her. It was
I just
sad.
would have hated to have seen my child like that. Yeah. And so,
and then people were trying to capitalize on it. They're making fake pages, making fake stories, and it's just like, come on now.
People.
Someone is really going through this after, like how I just said, I removed myself from it. How people,
this is someone's real life,
right?
This is their
people are able to remove
now.
themselves from it, but this is this woman's life.
Her life.
Her life will never be the same.
No.
Her sister's life will never be the same. Anyone that knew her, or their life will never be the same knowing this. And then the stress of not knowing to her. I mean, it's just I just can't even imagine. I can't even imagine. So only thing I can say, I just pray for the family. I pray that they come to some kind of peace with this situation. It's nothing that you will ever get over or get past, or you'll ever get better. But I just pray that there's some kind of peace to some point that that they come to this. So
it is sad.
Just wrapping up. Just thank you everyone who's tuning in. We're back here again every single week. We'll be back here next weekend. Mm-hmm. Please go to our website, follow us on all social medias at Elegant Behaviors, Everybody Essentials, Let's Talk Woman to Woman Radio.
And be on the lookout for Adrian and Alice at the Peaberry. We will begin taping on October 22nd, and our show will air live on YouTube on November the 15th.
Absolutely.
Adrian and Alice at the Peaberry Cafe. Chicago, it's all about you.
Yes, absolutely. So Everybody Essentials, Elegant Behavior. Subscribe to our mailing list at elegantbehavior.com and check out what we have. Please follow us, and if you'd like to be on the show, reach out to us. We would love to hear from you. So thank you for tuning in to Let's Talk Woman to Woman right here on IntellectualRadio.com. Have a wonderful Saturday.
Station.
Bye.
Bye-bye.